A CIA officer.
I am a businessman. This does not concern me.
No? Maybe that does.
Lucian. He is a friend. What do you know of him?
We know he's dead.
You lie.
Check for yourself. Tavian used the money to buy an HK-91. Then he used that gun to murder Lucian.
How do you know this?
I was there.
Nafale and Pache. I'll ask around. Hope for your sake you're telling the truth. Your life depends on it.
Trust me, buddy. We got a few lives riding on this one.
Solving the murder of a covert operative is a little different than most homicide investigations. The pool of suspects is smaller, but so are the odds that the killer got sloppy. When leads are more precious and motives more plentiful, you have to look at the case from every angle, because you never know where you'll find the killer.
Agent Pierce, how's it going?
The Romanian connection looked so promising, but so far, nothing.
And take me off the bench.
I'd like to, but Langley was so impressed with your work in our last extraction, they've made you their go-to bad guy grabber.
So where am I heading to now?
Puerto La Cruz, beach town outside Caracas. We intercepted some Russian chatter. Seems one of their assets is taking a little vacation there with his wife.
Does this asset have a name?
They refer to him only as Cheshire. He creates the nasty bugs used in germ warfare for the Eastern Bloc. But other than that, we don't know much.
You want me to bring him back so you can get to know him better?
His wife, too. She might know something. I'm an equal opportunity extractor.
Speaking of wives, this job calls for Brendan and Christina Jensen.
It's a couple's resort. I was supposed to be Christina, but I don't want to lose my head of steam with Max's case. So I got tickets for you and Miss Glenann.
The agency approved Faye.
As you know, relations with Venezuela are sensitive. If things go wrong, it's easy for the CIA to disavow. Burns Spy and his arms dealer girlfriend tried to get chummy with a mad scientist.
Good to know Langley has our backs.
Go. Have fun. Bring me back a souvenir or two. Preferably in cuffs.
I like a good extraction as much as the next girl. When I asked for quality time, I didn't mean on a job.
Don't think of it as a job. Think of it as a romantic getaway, see?
A romantic getaway. Tracking a biological weapons engineer.
The resort has a full-service spa and a 4-star restaurant with Chef Luis.
As much as I would enjoy a meal that doesn't come out of a yogurt cup, it's not about fancy trips for me. It's about connecting.
I thought we were connecting just fine last night.
You know that's not what I mean.
I know, but sometimes it's really hard to read your mind.
How is it? When you are dealing with drug lords or mob bosses, you know exactly what to say and do, but when it comes to me...
I'm trying, Fee. I mean, I thought this would be a good start. It's not ideal, but we'd be together. And vacationing on the CIA's dime is not all that bad. Look, we've got a discretionary fund.
I'll add a new dress to my collection. And some shoes.
Here you go, Consuelo. It's all yours.
So you think Stigler's gonna show?
Well, we crashed his party and asked him to give up one of his customers. Whether it's to help us or kill us, he'll show.
Up, here we go. Hey, fellas. How's the film?
Check with my guys. Seems what you say about Tavian was true. Hey, would I steer you around? He comes Tuesday, 2 o'clock. He parks here in alley. He comes in, takes money, goes back to car and leaves. In and out, maybe a minute.
It's long enough to grab him.
Tavian is a dangerous man. If you fail, we'll be bad. You understand?
Believe me, we understand. Okay, so Mike and Fee get to kick back and sip mojitos in the sun, and we get to set a bear trap for an international killer. Sweet.
Working a cover at a foreign resort isn't about keeping a low profile. It's about having as much access as possible. Arrive in a nice car and tip extravagantly. And the service staff will open all sorts of doors for you. If you want to rub elbows with the other guests, select a cover that gives you an excuse to be social and a reason for the hotel to upgrade you to a central room. Travel writer usually works fine.
We have a lovely suite for you. Please enjoy your stay. Thank you.
It's a good idea to make use of all the hotel's amenities. A laptop and some hacking software can get you access to the hotel's database and give you free pay-per-view in the process.
How does the discretionary fund look?
Expensive. 4 couples, check-in dates match Cheshire's.
So one of these guys is our germ maker.
Tonight's the perfect time to check them out.
Aren't you forgetting something?
No. I downloaded their room numbers onto my phone.
We're Mr. and Mrs. Jensen, are we not? I want you to get down and bend at me.
We got work to do.
It's an ugly rock anyway. Well, I'll give you this. This is the nicest place you've ever taken me for surveillance.
All of our Cheshires are here.
From the looks of it, so is the rest of the resort. Thank God these heels have arched support.
Shall we?
I thought you'd never ask.
When gathering intelligence, operatives often rely on binoculars, hidden cameras, and electronic listening devices. But sometimes all it takes is a well-dressed date and a decent sense of rhythm. If you're light on your feet, you can study a crowd without standing out in it, and examine every angle of a room with a simple spin. The first step, of course, is identifying your surveillance targets, locating them, assessing them, and coming up with a strategy for further intelligence gathering. The worst thing you can do at this point is rush things. Your goal is to blend in, plan your moves, and let the dance carry you where you need to go. Shall we tango?
Let's.
Can I lead?
Fine. Just this once.
The simplest kind of surveillance, of course, is eavesdropping. Easy enough on the dance floor where getting close to people is simply a matter of knowing the right moves and using them at the right time.
You better make me first chair. I've earned it.
Oh, he's that guy. Just the right kind.
More direct approaches can work as well. Dancing alongside someone for an evening can give you a perfect excuse to strike up a conversation and find out what you need to know.
You and your husband make such a cute couple. Oh, we're not married. Yet. We're not married.
You can even pull off a covert weapons check, if you're careful. Under his jacket could be a gun.
Spin me. Oh, excuse me. Smartphone.
Doesn't mean he's not our guy.
It has to be Serge and Karina. They don't dance. They barely touch their drinks and they keep eyeing the door.
Well, unless Serge is a child prodigy, he's way too young to be a bioweapons guy.
You have a better prospect?
It's those two. They're using a fake name.
Oh? And how do you know that?
They're listed as Kevin and Nikki Schuyler, but when the waiter called him Mr. Schuyler, it took him a good 2 seconds to react.
Well, maybe he was preoccupied. You know men. So easily distracted.
Yeah, one way to find out. They're staying in room 441. We should go before they finish dinner.
You don't get to finish our wine? It's a Costa Brown. Walk fast, I'll keep watch.
An outlet is the ideal place to plant a bug in a hotel. Not only do they provide power, but any audio picked up can be transmitted through the wires to any other outlet in the building, as long as you can manage to hook into a live circuit without electrocuting yourself.
Hurry, Michael. The Schuyler's are calling it an early night.
30 seconds.
More bad news. We were both right. Mr. Schuyler is the death merchant. My couple, bodyguards.
Let's go.
Not this way. Too late. God.
As a spy, improvising to get out of tough situations is just part of the job. Sometimes that means stealing a car to get away from a gun battle.
You gonna have any privacy ever?
They have to check the room.
Other times it means destroying a $2,000 dress to climb down safely from a hotel balcony. You do what you have to do to survive, but it doesn't mean you won't upset someone in the process.
You always know how to show a girl a good time, Michael.
Will you please put away that bottle and calm down, Nikki? You're being irrational. I don't even know what you're saying.
I'm saying that this trip is so lame, I could scream.
Will you keep your voice down?
Are you really gonna listen to this all night? There's trouble in paradise.
The more we know about them, the easier it will be to get them to the helipad for the extraction thing.
I think we know plenty. They're American, Traders, married. Apparently they hate each other.
I just wish your thought of bags into existence, Nikki. I have to work for them. What the hell do you want from me?
Want to go on a vacation where I don't have Russian goons telling me where to go or what time I have to go to bed? I want real life! I guess selling bioweapons secrets wasn't quite the opportunity they thought it would be.
It sounds like Nikki is desperate for some social contact and a little taste of the good life. How'd you feel about making a new friend tomorrow?
Why not? We have a lot in common. We both have good taste in handbags, work-obsessed men.
At least I don't sell WMDs to dictators.
I'm drawing a bath. There's room for two.
I would love to. But I have to type up these notes.
Okay.
For a spy, making an approach is about problem solving. Whether it's a bad marriage or an unsatisfying job, you look for the problem, the issue on the target's mind.
Can I get you something, Mr. Jensen? Yes, I'm hitting the golf course, but my wife would like a little champagne and caviar. It's our anniversary, so make it the good stuff, will ya?
Of course, senor.
Once you know the problem, it's just a matter of turning yourself into the solution
I just need your signature.
and arranging a meeting.
Champagne and a little caviar.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't order this.
From your husband.
Wish. My husband isn't that splurgy. Oh, I'm sorry. I think that might actually be mine. I'm so sorry. Here. Yum. About $1,000 worth of yum. My husband and I only do this about once a month, so we try to make it count. You know, my hubby is busy. Why don't you join me? I shouldn't. There are no shouldn'ts on vacation. Okay, yeah, hit me. Hitting. Thank you. I'm Christina. Nikki. Nice to meet you. Where's your husband? He is probably on the phone somewhere, as usual. Mine's the same way. Actually, Brendan is being a good boy today. He's arranging a helicopter ride for us. Apparently it's the best way to see the rainforest. Of course, he's only doing it because I twisted his arm. Here's to being the better half. I'll drink to that. There he is. Kevin! This is Christina. We met at the pool.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Champagne?
No, thank you.
That's my husband. Buzzkill.
I take it this isn't your first bottle, Nikki?
Christina, making new friends?
Honey, this is Nikki. Oh, and you must be Brendan.
Yes,
You never said how handsome he is.
Brendan.
Kevin.
Darling, did you book the helicopter tour?
I tried to get something cozy, but all they had was a six-seater.
Oh, that seems like such a waste. I know, why don't you join us? There's plenty of room and we would love the company. That would be so fun.
Oh, that's incredibly generous, but we can't. I'm sorry.
Seriously, Kevin.
Look, don't decide now. Let's all grab dinner and discuss it then. What do you say?
We'll think about it.
Oh, well, hopefully we'll see you later.
I don't think they're going for
They're
it.
going for it. I know what she's thinking. I know that look she
I'm
gave
not
them.
so sure.
Christina, we're in. Since you guys got the helicopter tour, dinner's on us. See you at 7. 7. Told you.
According to my napkin, Davian should pull up right like here-ish. He goes into the back of the bar, gets the money, comes back out here, goes this way.
Yep.
I think we can stop him right around that ketchup stain.
I'm talking about that grate right there?
I'm talking about that grate right there.
All right, cool. I got everything we need in the back of Fee's car.
Yeah, about that. Are you sure that Fee is cool with us borrowing her wheels?
She's gonna have to be before she gets a tune-up.
Okay, let's do it.
Pinning down a moving target is all about preparation and timing. If your target will be driving, the first task is to stop the vehicle. If you have room, a bigger vehicle will do the trick. But if space is tight, you have to improvise. Finally, if you know where the target vehicle is headed, a directional blast that can launch a projectile into the engine of a car at high speed will stop it in its tracks. You just have to find a place to plant it and wait.
That ought to do it. Let's go eat. Dinner's on me.
Stunning views. Booze on board. You're gonna love this chopper ride.
What's wrong, Nikki? You barely touched your moose.
I didn't want to ruin our meal. It's just that my husband said that we can't go on the tour.
What? Why?
Ask him.
I'm afraid we don't have time.
Of course you have time. It's just a day
I
ride.
said I don't have time.
Kevin, you're being rude.
Sorry, I just have work. My bosses need us to be home tomorrow night.
As a spy, you're trained never to pitch assets in situations you don't control. Still, you can't always avoid it. If it's a choice between that or losing the asset altogether, sometimes you have to grit your teeth and roll the dice. Let's stop with the charade, Kevin. You and I have a lot in common. We both work hard, we both love our wives, and we're not who we claim to be.
Excuse me?
Hear him out. And smile and nod as you do. Or we're all gonna get shot. By your bodyguards.
I'm a broker of sorts. For people with skills to sell, like you.
I don't know what you're saying.
Of course you do. I can guess how it all went down, actually. It's always the same drill. You're at some pharma conference,
Probably talking about diet drugs or cholesterol pills.
wasting that brain of yours, and then someone made you a better offer.
Promise to the world.
And then that promise didn't really pan out. Now, did it?
How did you know that?
Nikki.
What? The Russians are all talk. If you're gonna sell out, you do it to the highest bidder.
I can double what you make right now, and I won't insult you by pushing a babysitter on you.
Looks like those babysitters are getting suspicious. Brendan,
I can give you everything you want, but you have to decide right now. Do you want to go back to the gulag with your millions that you'll never spend?
or would you like to come with us to our private helicopter? Champagne on ice.
Sweetheart, say yes.
You have 5 seconds.
Kevin, please.
I'm in.
Laugh now, as loud as you can. Now you see why I make him tell all his stories in his inside voice. Inside voice. You are so bad. It's your new friends.
New friends.
Kevin, you don't like your champagne?
I don't want champagne. I don't even want to be in this pool.
That's hilarious. Remember, we're supposed to keep up appearances.
Appearances, I know, you keep saying that. What you didn't say was how any of this was actually going to work.
Well, first, stay calm, sip your bubbly. Just relaxing with friends.
Please, relax. He forgot the meaning of that word when he started working for the Russians.
Our chopper arrives at 4. We'll all meet at the helipad as soon as we ditch your babysitters.
That's your plan? Ditch them? We can't ditch them. They never let us leave their sight.
Not to mention, they're always carrying a gun at all times. I mean, if we try to run, they're gonna shoot us.
We won't give them the chance.
You and I are going to the steam room for a little R&R. Serge won't be able to wear his Kevlar vest or his machine pistol on him under his towel.
And we have lunch at a très chic restaurant across town. We have reservations on the patio. Karina will be stuck at the bar, which gives us enough room to slip away.
Are you sure? These guys are seriously scary.
Trust me, we'll have everything we need to take care of them.
And once we lose them and get to the cars, we'll have plenty of firepower.
I don't know, this seems like an awfully big risk.
With an even bigger reward at the end of it. Just think of the life you'll have.
Anything's better than this life.
The scary part is almost over, and soon we'll all be filthy rich.
We should get dressed for lunch. Oh, this is later, darling.
I'll miss you too.
So who do you think's having more fun right now? Mike and Fee in paradise waiting for mojito refills, or you and me in a back alley waiting for a Romanian assassin?
I'd be having a lot more fun if Tavian would show up already. Should have been here a half hour ago. It's hot.
You think Stigler might have tipped him off?
I don't know. I'll go ask him. You mind watching my back just in case Tavian's fashionably late?
As long as you bring me a beer on the way back out. Ah, damn it.
Sam, we got a problem. Stigler's dead.
Hands up. Phone off. Now.
Sam, you hear me?
Sam. Nice place. You bring all your kills here, or is this our special spot?
If I wanted to kill you, you'd be dead already. I want a meeting with Michael Weston. You're gonna arrange it.
You want to meet with Mike? He killed his buddy and framed him for murder. I don't think he's really eager to grab a latte with you.
Well, you can tell him about the meeting, or I can send him a written invitation. Pinned to your corpse.
Let's go with option A.
Tell Michael. I want a truce. And I have answers.
Yeah? To what?
The questions he doesn't even know to ask.
I'm sure Mike would be very intrigued, but he's a little busy right now.
Tell him to clear his calendar. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Brickell Key Park. I won't wait.
People tend to overestimate the value of weapons. Choosing the time and place of a fight is often more important than having a lot of firepower. It doesn't matter if all you've got is some spa rocks and a wet towel. If you can surprise an unarmed opponent on favorable ground, that can be all you need.
Kevin, sit down. You're supposed to relax.
You know, I'll be relaxed. But we're in the air, and this dump is just a speck on the horizon.
We're almost there. All you have to do is soak in the healing mist and distract Serge when he shows up.
And then once you get your opening, I can go, right?
You go back to the locker rooms. You wait there. Just kill some time. Fantasize about how much money you gotta make.
About that. I've been working on this new neurotoxin like nothing you've ever seen. I'm talking total organ failure. They dropped like that. Russians weren't interested, but North Koreans might be.
We'll shop it around. You'll get what you deserve.
You should have waited for me before coming in here. Do I need to have you escort me to the bathroom too? I'm fine, Serge. Where is your friend? How the hell should I know? Maybe he's getting a massage.
Serge. Sleep tight, Serge.
Well, it seems the boys had a cleansing sweat, rid themselves of unwanted company.
Well, then I guess that means it's our turn.
Exactly. I picked the key to the patio door off the bar manager. So I'm gonna get up, lock the door, and then we'll start making our way out of here.
Oh, well, do you really think a locked door is gonna stop her?
No, but it'll buy us enough time to get to the car.
I think I'm gonna need a glass of wine. Maybe a bottle.
All you need is to stay calm. This only works if Karina has no idea what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Hey, Nikki, yeah. I'm staring at Karina like a scared little bunny. You're gonna tip her off. Just take in the view, read the menu, focus on anything but her, okay? Okay. I'm gonna go to the buffet now. Okay. What did I tell you about those bunny eyes? Come on. Sorry. Come on, up and over in the drink, honey. We gotta get to the car. My phone is at the bottom of the bay. We're on our own. I have to make a run for it. Okay, well, the car is way too far from here. Well, then we'll arrange for another mode of transportation. Can you head down, follow me? I don't ride. Yeah, but you know how to be clean. Run!
As tactical vehicles, motorcycles have advantages and disadvantages. Their off-the-line acceleration leaves most four-wheel vehicles in their dust, but as a vehicle for bursting through a roadblock, you can't do much worse.
What are you doing? Why are we stopping? Your babysitter must have called all her Russian friends. We'll make it past that roadblock.
Well, can we go back out to the main road?
Karina will have that covered.
Okay, so let's
Right, let's go into the wood. We'll comb every inch of those trees. It's not a question of if they get us, it's a question of when. We have to stand and fight. I think the girl power. But, Karina, she brought her friends. We're outnumbered. They're totally gonna kill us. Probably. But I'm not a big fan of going quietly.
Where's the chopper?
It'll be here in 5 minutes.
5 minutes, and we are home free.
Our wives should have been here by now. Their route was shorter than ours. They're not answering. Something's wrong.
Maybe they hit traffic.
If Karina was tipped off, she would have called in reinforcements and cut off the roads. It's right out of the FSB playbook. We're going back for them.
Are you insane? No, you said yourself, our chopper is gonna be here in 5 minutes. It's time to cut our losses.
Our losses? I can see why your wife finds you so charming.
Hey, help me clean up these bullets. At least we'll stand a fighting chance. He had a medical degree. What girl goes wrong marrying a doctor? If I'd known when I was signing up for it, I would have never accepted this damn ring. You know what I mean? Not really. It's a fake. Really? They're here. People's coming. Get down. Wait! Two down, 1 to go. Here, that's our last bullet. She's coming. Get back. Gun problems? Michael, how'd you find me?
I know you. You'd want to go down guns blazing. Nice place for a last stand.
It's not over. Karina set for backup. 12 o'clock.
And you're 6.
Shall we?
I thought you'd never ask.
Get over here, Nikki.
Reloading. Ready? Move!
What's with the commandos?
Get in the chopper.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere until I know exactly where that thing is going.
Virginia, CIA headquarters in Langley, maybe a quick stop in the Caribbean.
Guantanamo's lovely this time of year. Oh my god, it's okay. We'll cut a deal with you. Lady, you can pawn that ring and start anew.
What about me, huh? I'm not gonna get a deal. You think I'm kidding on that thing? There's no way! No way!
Stand down. Fine. You want to stay here? Good luck with your Russian friends.
After your daring escape, don't expect a warm reception.
Okay, you know what? I know my rights. You will never get a word out of me!
Yeah, well, they're gonna get plenty out of me. Thank you, Michael.
For what?
Quality time.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you. Tavian, it says 6 p.m., right? Any word?
No, haven't heard from Mike either. He must still be flying back. I can't believe he's gonna be late to his own showdown.
Hell, my buddies at Homeland Security just bought us some time. They came through, man. By land, by sea, and by air.
Yeah, you must have called in a lot of favors.
Yeah, that, and I kind of told him I was tracking a smuggled weapon that may or may not be leaking radioactive material.
Oh, you went nuclear on him?
Yeah, I figured it wasn't time to pull punches. It should buy us at least 4 hours.
Well, let's hope Mikey gets here quick.
Yeah, and Tavian hasn't stood him up.
Hey, speaking of Tavian, I'll make sure he's here.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
I thought we had an agreement. Where's Michael Weston?
Well, he's at Brickell Key Park, just like you wanted.
He's not there. You're lying.
What? Me lie? No, he's there. Check again. It's a big place. Maybe I've looked hard enough.
I'm on Brickell Key staring at the meeting point. No Michael.
Well, I guess he just must be running late.
You know, I'm not a patient man. This is a one-time offer. We're done.
Yeah, before you skedaddle, you might want to take a look at the water. You see those police patrol boats? They're not letting any boats in or out for the next 2 or 3 hours. We've also locked down the airspace. Oh, and in case you were planning a road trip, I wouldn't exactly pack your bags. You'll get your meet with Mike, but you're gonna have to wait. Well, you got the tiger by the tail.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't rip Mike's head off when he gets here.
I've been thinking, the world is a dangerous place. I bet there are lots of wanted types laying low in Spain, Italy, France.
Are you volunteering for more extraction jobs?
Paris is lovely in the spring. I guess I won't be needing this anymore.
Not me.